you believe it? I wake up this pretty. It's pretty awesome. Gotta admit. Hey, buddy. You okay? You don't look so good. Now we're recording, and so anything we say can and will be used against us for sure. And any type of support
in the court of pub, in the court of pub. Yes, and a WPUB on the FM.
WPUB, hey, nice one, Dan. This is our new microphone, our Blue Yeti. Thank you freely. WPUB, the pub, the pub. Very cool. No,
pub radio.
Here we go, guys. This is number 10.
Double digits, baby.
Double digits. Welcome to the pub. Here we are. Once again, my irregular regulars. I got Dan the journalist and Johnny Pat.
Take off, you hosers.
Dan's got to bring some Canadian to the.
Hey.
Yeah, you're going to be speaking on metric and stuff.
All right.
How many kilometers does it take you to get here? How many kilometers was it between your place and
400 meters times 12.
Something like that.
Well, I mean, I think I really kind of want to talk about social media and how we're kind of expanding. We are on Facebook now and trying to move up in the world, trying to connect with other people and just, I don't know.
So any tips and tricks in the comments, don't be scared to let us know.
Yeah, likes and comments and interactions, those always help bring it up. We're on YouTube and Facebook, and I mean, talk to us, man.
But I'm on a one-man mission to bring back MySpace.
Want to bring back MySpace?
I know, we gotta show some love for Tom. You know.
I haven't looked at my MySpace page in years and years.
I think it still exists.
It does. It became a music site like 10 years ago.
Wait, it does still exist?
Yeah, it's all about music, but you can still get it. It has a page for you where you can just attach music to it.
Yeah. So it was so much cooler to me, because as we were talking previously, though, like you could customize your page and your backgrounds and have your own personality on your page. On Facebook, you don't get that. It's always blue and white.
And also if you try to post certain music on there, it'll cut you off.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I put a video on like my girls at a dance. It was like a grade school dance, and like some Taylor Swift is in the background, and it's just like, can't post that. I'm like, why can't I? I mean,
I
don't get that. I mean, it's just
it's like the music, you know. Everybody
it's a little weird. Even the music I use here gets me flagged a little bit, but they allow me to use it. And heck, if Korpiklaani ever wants to come on guys. Rowdy Renaissance. Yeah, Rowdy Renaissance with some music. Bring us pints of beer. Yes.
But you're talking about social media and Taylor Swift. Now Taylor's going to write a song about that topic. You know that, right?
Oh my God, because I talked about her? Hey, that could bring us. Hey, negative attention can be good attention when you're trying to get attention, right? I mean,
yeah. Oh, it sucks.
I guess we're never getting back together. Darn.
You and Taylor Swift?
No. Yes.
That sucks.
Are all those songs she wrote about you, or?
Yeah, allegedly, I don't know.
Didn't she sing the 4-wheel drive, slash the hole in all 4 tires?
Yeah, something like that.
Maybe you'll think before.
Louisville Slugger to both headlights or something.
Yeah.
That's her. I didn't heard that song.
Yeah, she was like a teenager when that came out, right? Like
I can't remember if it's Taylor Swift or not. I think it is.
It's either her or Carrie Underwood.
We're showing our ignorance here. I'm not a pop culture guy.
Still like the music.
Well, you know, sometimes the music videos are better on mute. You know.
Sign language.
There's a little pub wisdom for you.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Okay.
Oh, it sucks. It's too funny.
No, my brand of music is not really considered popular anymore. It's more it's gone back underground. I mean, like the heavy metal, the progressive rock, progressive metal. I mean, that stuff is.
It's definitely like silenced, you know. It definitely is.
Yeah, and there's no normal channels.
Well, I mean, you know, it's not talking about cheating on your girl with another dude's girl. You know what I mean? It's not talking about partying in the clubs or driving a, $450,000 car that none of us regular guys can
all the
afford.
popular songs. It's always up in the club this, up in the club that.
Yeah. You know,
couldn't tell you last time I was in a club.
Unfortunately, that's what sells in today's world. It's just what sells. Everything is always about money. And it's quite crazy because, it's good that, they monetize things and be able to get people's words out there and do things like that. But on the other hand, it's, well, how is it 2023 and meat costs $8 a pound? Isn't it as time goes on, isn't things supposed to be like cheaper and easier for us to live, not more expensive and harder?
Well, can money buy happiness?
Yeah, I don't know.
That's kind of what I always say.
I wouldn't know that because I never have money. So,
well, Dan, if I granted you like $1 million right now, how happy would you be?
$1 million.
$1 million.
Yeah, no, that'd be a great thing.
I think I'd be pretty happy. I mean, it's quite honestly, for me. I mean, once you achieve some sort of well-balanced life, money's the only obstacle at that point, and that's where I'm at with it. I mean, it can alleviate all the different things that cause you worries, right? I mean, you don't have to worry about bills. You don't have to worry about anything like that. I mean, you want to go out and do something, you can go afford to do it. You want to go on a long vacation, you can.
Yeah, but that's more freedom than it is.
It buys freedom, which enables the happiness.
Yeah.
So it disables all the worries because you can pay for it, right?
Yeah.
Hey, you get in trouble with the cops, you can pay them off,
Yeah.
If you got enough money, you can.
I've never had to bribe an officer.
Can't afford to. Had to do other things, not a proud of.
It was sad.
Okay.
Dark days.
All right. So back to social media and trying to gain some ground and traction. Do we need money to do that? And honestly, even social media, it's like if you want to promote your stuff, they want money to do it.
Well, some of the biggest things that I've seen, half of the reason why Jake Paul took off and Logan Paul really, was because, they were on the Disney, they had all the money, and so they had a small fan base from that. But I do know that people buy their subscribers. They buy them. They buy 30,000 subscribers at a time or whatnot. And so then they get more subscribers through that. So then it generates more traffic. And then it reaches out to the people. Now all of a sudden they got 1 million. Now all of a sudden they got 2 million.
Yeah, once you buy those,
able to reach more.
You can afford to get those batches and it just branches out.
Yeah. Yeah, so they actually buy their
it multiplies faster from there, right?
Absolutely.
So when they're buying subscribers, are they paying people or are they buying bots?
I think they're buying bots.
And the bots will enable
I don't know. I've never done it.
They enable you to move up in the algorithm. That's
yeah. You know what I mean? To me, it's
we need some bots.
Some fembots.
Fembots would be nice too.
In the political world, it happens all the time.
Austin Powers.
But
you're right.
Now I want $1 billion.
$100 billion.
But I do know that is a method that people use to fast forward through the reaching of the audience, versus just reaching them and having a good time and them enjoying the show.
That's what we need to do.
You know what I mean? So,
because I want to be famous. I don't want to be famous. I'm doing this because I want to get some of my wisdom out there, and I want to learn from other people too. And that's I learn stuff from the guests we have.
Exactly why I'm here too, because I feel like we as a group we got a lot of good information. That's not only is it. It has substance to it, but it's concrete. You know what I mean? And I like that. And I think that the younger generation,
we're people of experience.
Together,
we get out there, we do things. I mean, Dan is a journalist. You got to get out there and dig and learn things, right? And my job in the automotive world is like learning by observation, and then we use tools and instruments to do that, to learn exactly what's going on. It's scientific methods, right? And you're a blue collar guy. You're out there working. You're interacting with people, and you're doing stuff like that. And you learn by observation, right? And you get to interact with all kinds of people.
100%. Interact with everybody, So, and I love seeing customers, and I love, I think that is what many of the people are missing. Is always caring and always having a happy, always portraying a good time. You know what I mean? Every time I knock on a customer's door, it's a smile on my face. Hey, how you guys doing today? I'm your tech Patrick. You guys having any issues? What's going on? How can I help you?
How much of that smile is fake?
You know, honestly, it's not. None of it's ever fake. Yeah, I think one time I've had a bad customer. One time in my whole life. Where I've like walked out of a house. They're like, I'm sorry. There's nothing I can do for you because I'm not touching anything. And I have to go now.
So is it like a customer that was impossible to please kind of customer? I mean,
Yeah.
you could just tell no matter what you did was not going to...
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I looked
No,
over
it
at
wasn't
the
even
photo.
that. It was a noise coming from her system. And when I went there, it was a pre-existing ductwork. She had really, really old ductwork. And there's nothing we could do to fix it unless I still had to drive out to your house and you still didn't want to pay a service charge, even though there was nothing I could fix. But you knew that service charge was there regardless, you know?
Time is money, right? And
Yeah, so when I asked her to collect on a small little service charge, she said, well, you didn't fix nothing. I go, I know, but I still drove here and I figured it out for you. This is what you have to do to fix. This is the price to fix it. I can't do it today. But this is what you needed. I know you're not going to say yes to that anyways, because it's thousands of freaking dollars. You know, you're going to deal with the noise anyways. You know, so
give her a couple pieces of wood and have her build a little fire.
did everything I could. No, everything worked fine. Everything worked fine. When her furnace would run for a while, the metal would expand, and you'd hear popping and banging in her ductwork from it. And it was like that's actually quite normal, being given your age and just in the house. It's just nothing I can do.
That's what they wanted you to fix?
Well, no, she just was calling because there was a noise. So she just...
Well, thinking about social media and fixing, I was actually going to post something today, and let me know if you guys know a fix for this. So we had those 2 ice storms and 2 snowstorms within like a 2-week period earlier this month.
I had to put my foil hat on for the second one.
I lost a jungle in my front yard, which I need chainsaws to clean up.
I saw that.
Yeah.
I should have called you. I'm so sorry.
So
bad friend.
Windshield wipers, they're stopping. They're not going all the way down, but when they go up, it slightly goes off the side onto the side of the car and comes in.
Got knocked up adjustment.
Yeah. Is that a simple fix?
Depends.
Okay. Maybe. That's not what I want to hear.
Unless it's bent. I mean, you can bend it back, but I don't know. It's been a long time since I had to mess with windshield wipers. But
those are like spline drives on there that your windshield wiper sits on. I mean, for that to become an adjustment, that something's probably bent. Most likely bent. It didn't just spin a tooth.
Yeah, I'm not sure how it happened. I just noticed it. Like the day after one of those ice storms, I was like, it's kind of going off the side a little bit, making a weird noise.
Yeah.
You know, my story with the first ice storm is DTE went through and like 2 months prior, and they put flyers on everybody's doors. We're going to come through and clear trees, and it's like, oh, okay, fine, no problem, no big deal. First ice storm after that. My block, the only block, one branch, boop, on top of the wires, just pinched the wires together, just knocked out my block. That was it. And I'm like, you know what? Everyone else has got their lights on up and down the road, except for a couple of houses on my block. I'm like, "Urgh."
Yeah.
And I was going outside, and I did my fake news report about Snow Apocalypse Part 3 or whatever.
Well, why was it snowing and thunderstorming at the same time?
That was the second one.
It's kind of like
was
the
cool.
cloud in Peanuts gang, but just followed one person up.
Pretty much, yeah.
Thor was fighting the ice giants.
That's right.
That's what was happening. Because I've never seen that in my whole life.
That's cool. I've only seen it a few times. It's a rare occurrence.
Oh, you have seen it before?
Yeah. I've actually seen lightning. There was actually lightning that night, too.
Yeah.
With snow.
Yeah.
The thunder was almost a constant.
Because that was my mom's birthday. Was your birthday, March 3rd. And we were in Troy at a restaurant, family dinner, and it was lightning out in the blizzard. It was weird looking, but yeah, you don't see that very often.
No, you definitely don't.
So what can we do from here? Where are we going? What are we doing? I mean, who else can we get on? I mean, I want to talk to some people. I want to talk to more and more. I want to talk to people in the auto industry. I want to talk to people that because we're in Michigan and the auto industry is huge here, and there's a major disruption going on. You guys may or may not agree with me on it, but I'm pretty deep on the inside, and we're going through a disruption unlike anything the auto industry's ever seen. And I think it's going to be as bad as it was in 2007 and 8 around here in terms of job losses and housing crash and stuff like that. And it may not recover. It may not recover. There's other forces on the external that's going to come in.
Yeah.
It's going to take away a lot of good paying jobs for the area. I'm a little bit worried about it, and I'd love to talk to some people inside the auto industry and see what they think. And I don't know what your guys' thoughts on that, but
Well, my stepdad, he worked for GM for over 45 years, and they gave his job away. You know, he worked at the transmission plant, toolmaker. You know, and so
Chulainn?
he was forced to retire. No, it was like 9 Mile and Mound.
Oh, okay.
Somewhere around there. So yeah, they gave his they gave his job away, and then he had to either choose to move to Kentucky to work at the plant there, or they pretty much forced him to retire. You know, so
That's how they do things, though. They don't care.
yeah. So the industry,
Corporations.
so the auto industry,
Time to enjoy my freedom.
Whoa.
everything is about money. Once again,
It's the other Jason.
can they do it cheaper? Can they do it cheaper and charging more money for it? And I think that's where everything is failed. Because why is it so expensive to live? Why is the truck's fucking $80,000? That's crazy.
Yeah, there's a bit of.
You know what I mean?
I can answer some of that in terms of why cars are so expensive. I mean, just look at the level of technology it's in that.
It's still wires. It's still wires and chips and circuit boards
And there's-
plastic.
And there's a simpler way to do
Okay.
it, and they don't know how.
And it's still just wires, plastic. It's like,
It is, but there's a lot more of it in a vehicle than there ever was.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, I've heard people make the argument, "Oh, my old truck, my 1980 something truck, is 14 miles per gallon, and it does tows and hauls everything, and blah blah blah, all the same things a truck does nowadays." But but that back then that thing rode like a truck.
yeah.
You know, you get 2 people, maybe 3 people in that vehicle, and now the trucks have seat 5. They ride really nice. Amazing stereo systems, nice interiors. They still pull and haul everything that they always did, and sometimes even more. They're more powerful. I mean, and slightly more fuel efficient, but yet they cost a lot more. Far safer too, in terms of the. As much as I don't like airbags, but they are safer.
But that's just a direct relationship to people, and they can't drive safe anymore. Cell phones and everything else. You know,
There's a good topic.
cars have
right
been
there.
out for 50 years and they didn't put airbags in them. Why? Because people weren't distracted on their phones and their friends and doing drugs and this and that. They weren't doing none of that. They were fucking driving.
I think the phones and the
Some
drive-thrus.
people just aren't coordinated. They can't chew gum and walk at the same time.
True.
Let alone
Yes.
change their stereo and
So the people
their
have to
phone and everything
punish.
else.
There was a
while driving.
point when the auto industry said we're not going to put a cup holder in our car because that's going to distract people from driving.
Yeah.
Now, how many cup holders does a car have? That's a feature.
There's some hidden. And like I lifted my seat the other day. I'm like, wait a minute. There's a cup holder underneath there. You know, it's like ridiculous.
Right, and then they resisted phone connectivity, and now it's like they're really going full in on connectivity, and not only are they doing that, but they're making big screens on cars.
Yeah, 100%.
Right, so it's things change because what customers want. Right, it's not always for the best,
Yeah.
but then they have to add more and more safety features.
But you still look at what it costs to manufacture one of these trucks, and it's only like $18,000, and they still sell it for $60,000 to $80,000. So it's like,
It costs more than that to make them.
you think so?
That's what our company does.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can tell you almost to the penny what it costs to make some of those vehicles.
Yeah, but that's just electric vehicles. that
No,
you're
we
dealing
do
with.
them all.
Oh, you do them all?
Been in business for 30 years.
Oh, okay.
You think of it.
Okay.
Electric cars are not close to being affordability.
Sandy didn't come out of nowhere, man. He's been doing it a long time.
Yeah. No.
Not on camera, but that's my boss up there, Mr. Monroe. So yeah, good guy to work for. Anyway.
Cheers to Mr. Monroe.
Salud.
Skull.
He needs another beer.
As you can see, my glass is empty.
Dan, let me pour you a glass from my a gift from a goddess, the ever-filling mug, right? By Loki's name, what is going on here?
Wow, that's terrific.
It's a trick mug. Damn it!
Can only
That
drink
beer,
out of that.
that beer is swell, Wally.
It's the eternal Optimus. You know. Dan the drummer. All right, so
Moving on.
safety measures. When you add safety measures to anything, the level of danger from the operator increases. I've noticed this not just the auto industry, because I've worked the auto industry my entire career, but ice hockey as well. And I'm old enough to remember the last guys on the ice that did not wear helmets. Those are the old timers, right? They had to sign waivers and we're not wearing a helmet, right? And now they're going to everyone has to wear half shields, and now they just keep adding more and more safety equipment. And the level of the game has gotten faster. The aggression level has gotten crazier. So the level of infractions, like getting sticks up in people's faces, has gone up. Right? It's because now you have more safety equipment.
Now you can get looser with it.
Now you get looser with
Yeah.
it. And now you go faster into the boards.
Yep.
And people are getting hurt more. So the players are getting hurt quite often. But they have more safety equipment than ever.
Yeah.
So is this the law of unintended consequences kicking in, where you're adding safety measures, but then just people get more reckless because they feel safer to doing so? You go back to like Gordie Howe's time, where
100%.
no helmet. But if you got a stick up on someone, guess what? You're getting taken out.
But the way,
Listen, son, don't do that again. Well, what?
the way they officiate sports, in football, to protect the quarterback, you protect, soccer and hockey and basketball and baseball. Things are officiated differently than they were 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years ago. A lot of it is to protect the athlete because of injuries.
Some of it's for good reason. I will agree. Like concussions, like those have been a bad thing, especially in football.
Yeah, and they were swept underneath the rug for decades. So let's
Right.
not sugarcoat the fact that a sport like football, soccer, and hockey, there's going to be concussions.
Right.
Even in basketball, guys go up for a dunk, they come down, they land on the side of their head. There's going to be a concussion.
Those guys are 7 foot tall. That's a fall. That's a big drop to hit the floor.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but it's true. Like any sport, that's physical and fast, there's going to be contact and there's risk, but they also get rewarded very well, right? They get rewarded well for their risk, and that's why their careers are shorter. They get paid better, but they also should be taken care of well beyond that, right? I mean, because they've sacrificed themselves for our entertainment, and since they've done that, I mean, we should be able to take care of those guys when they're done. At least the businesses that.
Well, thanks for thinking of our vets, okay?
Them especially. Them especially, right? I mean,
Yeah. They
absolutely.
sacrifice themselves for our freedoms. They don't
Right.
get $1 million check.
Hey,
And they don't do a very good job helping these guys out later in life.
No, it should be better. And I've done some charity tournaments with Warriors hockey, Wounded Warriors, and it's a great organization. If you ever get a chance to see some of their, it's all veterans, right? And they're all veterans. And I've played in scrimmages against them. I've played in tournaments with them, and they're just great group of guys. They're looking for something that still has that camaraderie, and hockey really does provide it.
Yeah.
A lot of those guys they're out of the service. They've been injured. They're on some sort of disability, but they're trying to get that back, and that sport provides that for them. I totally support that. I love
Oh,
those
look at
guys.
this Rob.
Yeah,
It's Rob up there.
comic book Rob.
It is. All right.
Yeah, that was a long time ago. Yeah,
Yeah, it sure was.
support our veterans. Support people that have sacrificed their lives and bodies for us. For whether it's our freedom or entertainment. You guys have finished.
Houston?
Maybe I've been doing all the talking.
Houston, we got a problem.
Yeah, maybe you guys do some talking while I finish this up.
Yeah, finish it up.
Go.
No, I don't know. I think our athletes are paid way too high. You know what I mean? I understand that it brings in entertainment, but why isn't that money refunded? Right now, they got tickets on, Morgan Whalen tickets for general admission, $400 right now.
But you went to
$400 fucking
You went
dollars.
to a Red Wings game this week, correct?
No, that was a post from a year ago.
Oh, okay.
$400 freaking dollars. No, that's I won't go to it. I'd
talking about
like
a concert?
I'd like to. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, for the general admission, just to
Yeah, that
get
stuff's
in, it's
gotten out of hand,
$400. It's out of hand. You know what I mean? And
so you're in also sports, but you're also a music aficionado, and you've got a deeper knowledge of that kind of stuff. So album sales, most musicians don't sell albums anymore. Very little, and that's usually where they used to get their revenue. So now
Yeah.
a lot of them have to get their revenue through concerts.
Yeah, because people aren't buying. It's funny because the last couple of
Digital
years,
streaming has
I
killed
mean,
them.
digital streaming and digital downloads has, since you know, you remember in the late 90s where Napster took over, where people, because the...
Yeah, but you're not telling me that the latest and greatest freaking artist out. You're not telling me Morgan Wallen's working harder than the
that's not what
the iron workers. I know that's not
I'm
what you're
just dipping.
saying.
I'm dipping back to see the pattern here, but
Yeah.
you saw where people were getting singles and albums for free through Napster. So because the record companies were getting greedy, they stopped putting out singles. I mean, kids grew up on buying a 45 or a cassette single, a CD single, and then migrated when you got older albums. That was kind of the way the music worked. But you got in the 2000s with the Apple, you know, the downloads, and went back to people. It became a singles happy market where people, they just wanted a song, whatever genre of music they were in, they bought it. But now that you've seen CDs,
Hey guys, this one I got this new shirt I got. Yeah, it's
Oh yeah,
Jason's getting cloned again.
his new shirt. No, but that's what I'm saying, dude. The world is only the way it is because of how market works. So people are willing to pay $400.
But people are buying like vinyl. Vinyl's coming.
Vinyls is a bigger sales right now.
You're right. It's made a huge comeback.
yeah.
Like they're selling in the U.S. right now. It's outselling CDs like 3-1.
Yeah, yeah.
And
People still want
but
physical copies.
overall, most people still just buy their music. They want a song or they want to strip an album on. They just, you know, whatever gadget they use, they just pay and download whatever they want.
Yeah, but they get paid.
So you're right. So now it goes to modern times where people have to make more money after shows. Yeah, if you went to
They don't have to. They want to.
well, some of those people, that's their profession. They don't have a day job.
Yeah. Well, my
They're-
profession doesn't pay me, you know, $46 million a year.
No.
But I still do it. I'm still out there in the industry, and you know what I'm saying. So
But you're only
the
entertaining one or two
infrastructure-
people at a time.
But if you went down to some local bar in Detroit where artists are playing and there's 50, 100 people in there watching, they'll still have a table in the corner. You can buy a CD
Yeah. Yep.
and some T-shirts and some stickers or whatever. And I've gone to bars in Detroit and Hamtramck in recent years where, you know, I don't really know this person, but you know, I paid $10 to watch them perform. I'll buy a CD and just check them out. Why not?
Yeah, for sure.
Sometimes
I
you
do
find
that all
a
the time too.
Sometimes you find a hidden gem,
Yep.
and sometimes you're like,
Yeah, it's a frisbee.
not very good.
It's a frisbee now. Throw it
But-
out the window.
It is what it is,
You
but
know, but-
they still have to make money. I mean, and now that
No, for sure.
the digitalization of music in the last 20, 25 years, that's how most people get their album. Like I said, album sales on
Well, it's just
the
what
LP
people
vinyl
care about.
have made a comeback, but it's only to a certain extent. It's funny though when you walk into like a big box store now, like a Target or Meijer, and they'll have like 50 CDs sitting there. They'll have like 2,000 vinyl albums of today's artists. It's like a flashback going back to 1984.
Oh
you know?
yeah. Yeah.
Fascinating how some things come around like
Yeah.
trends too. That's a good point to stop because we need a refresh and good
Yeah.
time for a sponsor or not. But check in with us when we come back. All
We'll be
right.
back after this break.
Next pub wisdom, we'll discuss when Pomeranians attack, and we'll even talk to some of the victims. God dang it. I swear, are those things even dogs? Are they some sort of possessed teddy bear? Disgusting. Solving the world's problems one beer at a time.
Yeah, well, I just solved my first problem right here.
Here we go. Dan's solving some problems. We're all solving problems, right? Of course, we'll forget about them tomorrow.
Hey, we all got dark, amber-colored looking beer here.
That's
So
right.
that's
Good
all.
stuff. Beer sponsorship would be a nice thing. I really would like that. Especially if it's a beer I really liked. Honestly, if I had a sponsor, I really want to take an ethical stance on that. Only something I would truly endorse. If it's something I can't get behind, no friggin' way. I mean, Samuel Adams is always a good decision. I'm not getting paid, goddammit.
Yeah.
But man, how good would that be in the pub? So yeah.
And now for a short commercial break. We go get beers and shit. We're drinking beers. Samuel Adams gets up there.
You see me out dressed up like Samuel Adams?
Yeah. Oh, shucks.
So what problems do we want to solve today? Yeah, I mean, we're kind of going around. We're talking about social media. We're talking about sports and people getting paid too much for what they do. I have no problem with athletes. I mean, think about it.
I don't got a problem with it. It's just when the damn tickets cost that much. Why?
True, because then the real fans can't really get in there, right?
Yeah. Right? That's it. I don't got a problem with them making the money. I got a problem with them charging too much money.
And all the middlemen in between.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it. Some of them make it happen, but not all of them.
You got to pay the promoter. You got to pay the producer. You got to pay. It goes down 10 fingers before it gets to the artist to make their money.
Yeah, which is why those ticket prices are so much. I mean, there was a thing with Ticketmaster back in the day where people really got upset with them and they're trying to get around it.
Oh yeah, they're still going on right now. There's a company that's trying to out there that's lesser known that you can buy tickets from. They're not charging all these ridiculous service fees and printing fees and all this other stuff.
I mean, printing fee really? Paper this day and age.
Yeah. A lot of times people just put them.
I have that problem with banks. It's like, well, we got to write a check. I'm like, who the fuck writes a check anymore? I mean, come on. I don't even have a checkbook. I really don't.
I mean, I write checks occasionally but not. I mean,
old school, Dan.
I don't write no checks.
Yeah, well, I like records, so I am old school. What can I say?
Yeah, but you know what though? I mean,
I still have record players and DVD players.
As the kids
I have a VHS recorder.
As the kids say, there's an app for that, Dan.
Yes. I like physical product. What can I say?
True.
I mean, I like paper too versus like digital. Even then, I can't stand it when I go into a restaurant and I gotta scan the QR code and then read on my freaking phone the menu versus just having a big piece of menu in front of me.
Yeah, a lot of places are still
where I can scan through what items are available.
There are cases where just have something there.
Oh man, just frustrating.
Yeah, I mean,
grinds my gears.
You want to grind my gears? We'll start a grinds my gears segment with Johnny Pat, similar to Family Guy.
We can do it a whole. You're with Grind My Gears with Johnny Pat.
It's too funny.
You'll be able to be the host in the middle.
A lot of
your
things
show.
grind my gears, man. I don't think there's enough gears out there.
Debuting on Pub Wisdom in May, it's Johnny Pat's Grind My Gears. Stay tuned for the pilot episode.
We're still going to be drinking, though.
Oh, of course. That's what we do here. I mean, what else do we do? I mean,
you could get T-shirts made. Grind My Gears.
Not in today's world. They may be put off sexual or something.
No. You're going to get a sandwich T-shirt.
Grind My Gears.
Yeah, you might set off.
Which, by the way, we might set off a couple feedback on your whole sandwich comment, and I've had to defend that quite a few times. What do you mean make a sandwich? I'm like, did you listen to the whole conversation?
Did you call a girl a sandwich maker? Is that what happened? Or
kind of.
So how about here's this for a T-shirt idea. It's like I'll cut out with a women's cut tee and a professional sandwich maker.
Yeah, exactly. That's funny.
A men's cut.
We're not very politically correct. I mean, I'll be honest with you. In college, when we were driving down the road,
I never liked political correctness.
Driving down the road on a Sunday morning, you see one girl walking by, and be able to roll the window down. Walk of shame.
My friends were
a long time ago. But we thought it was funny.
You know what, though?
We thought it was funny then.
I salute her.
Okay, thank you, AC/DC. What's your name?
Because she rocked somebody that night. You know it.
Those Bud Light commercials, Mr. They always had a name for some random job, like Mr. Too much cologne wearing man or something, where you announce your arrival 6 blocks away
before you even get there. Yeah, those are good commercials. I mean, that's kind of the era where I've gone back to where Pub Wisdom came from. It was actually a short series of commercials. I believe it was Budweiser, not one of my favorite beers, but I believe it was then they had like a series of commercials, and it was like. What was a perfect relationship? It was a relationship. You met a person, you talked to him one night, blah blah blah, and they had a great relationship, and then they never saw each other again. And so the perfect relationship was a one-night thing. And like, honestly, you can take that the wrong way. A one-night stand being a perfect relationship, but the whole series of those types of commercials, and that was the one that sticks out to me, was called Pub Wisdom, right? Stuff you learn at the pub. And getting back around to why I even started this is like great people I've met at the pub that I've had great conversations with that I want to just continue.
Thank
I just want to continue that. Well, not so much you, but
He's getting all sad guys over here.
Oh shit!
I got to have a wild card, thrown in here. That's I got the sensible guy on this side, and I got the wild card on this side.
Don't let him fool you. I'm not that well.
My friends are cooler than yours.
Yeah, Dan's got the certificate that says he's well. Who else does that, His psychiatrist has written him off. He's good to go.
I wore those little hats that has a little helicopter in the front. I'm special.
I got a helmet over there if we want to talk conspiracy theories.
We can get into that.
If we want to still talk about social media, we can start talking about the algorithms.
Yeah. I mean, it's very true. Did you guys see ChatGPT?
I'm very interested in that, actually.
GPT.
Yeah,
GPT-3 was like just voice and audio. And now they got freaking visual. The new one that came out can literally just make like a star or celebrity or whatever just say whatever they want. You know what I mean?
And you could ask it. I think it's also this. I know there's AI things where you can ask them to draw a certain picture.
Well, you can literally ask them anything. You can just say, I want a rap song about Hitler before the war, and it would just make you a rap song of whatever, you know what I mean?
I don't think that's a hard thing to come across, but I mean, it's,
I can start rapping right now. Here's the bass.
Ooh, are you gonna do it? You gonna go?
no, you're actually doing something versus like someone just putting on a computer. No, I'm not a fan of
Like I
music.
said, put the needle to the record.
I'm not a fan of music that doesn't have a lot of talent. I mean,
Yeah.
There's a lot of things that I've been able to observe and do in this world.
Most music today, no talent. I don't know. It's crazy.
But when it comes to guitar, and I freaking love guitars. Playing a 6-string, I don't know. Maybe these hands are just not made for a 6-string guitar. These 4 fingers are wider than a 6-string fretboard, right? So trying to manipulate those strings and strum at the same time.
Oh, it takes a lot of time.
I can't do that.
Your hands get used to it.
And I can usually observe and pick something up
I
in a
can't
relatively
play
decent
guitar.
amount of time to a level of satisfaction where I'm like okay with it, and then I can move on and move forward, right? I can't do that with guitar. So I have the utmost respect for anyone who can play guitar.
Yeah.
And I've had friends who can just listen to something on the radio and go, oh, okay, and they just start playing along with it. Like, how do you do that? Even better than that, I've had friends that are guitar players, and I find some obscure something that a really good guitar player has done that I know this guy's not heard. Put it on the radio and played it, and the guy pops up and I'm like, oh, well, that's, he'll name a guitar player like that. I'm like, how did you do that? Because it's as distinctive to them as hearing somebody's voice.
Yeah. Yep.
Even though it's a phrase they've never said before, it's like, I know exactly what that is.
Yeah.
How?
That's a good way to put it because that's exactly what it is. It's the same as just hearing somebody's voice, You know how they play. But, I mean, us as listeners, too, we know, I do that all the time, I'll see a new band come out and I go, without hearing their voice at all, just the style that it is, I would think, oh wow, this is definitely some Ozzy or something or whatever.
Okay, can you hear that from the music or?
The music itself.
Right, so the singers are very distinctive, but the music.
Yeah.
When you hear certain music, I'm like, oh, well, that's so and so. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's a much harder.
But that's what was good about music back in the day was everybody had their signature style. You know what I mean? It was their signature.
Every genre of music, they always had people had their signatures.
Yeah.
Style.
Sure.
So it's like now everything is just molded into one.
It's the same. Well, and that's what happens when you have it bring out a computer and you have 30,000 rap songs, hip hop songs that have the same exact drum beat on a computer.
Yeah.
Exact that hi-hat rap. It's the same over and over again. It's like There's no
And
creativity
you're,
anymore.
you're in tune with drums because I know that's like one of your more favorite instruments and artists, right? And you can hear that distinction. But you and I sat in a bar and they play like a certain style of music over and over, and it's different songs over and over, but the background music sounds exactly the same.
one after the other. That's
like,
what I'm getting at.
It's called
like
the Disney effect.
We're looking at each other like,
Yes, I really believe in this. I just made it up, but if you look at Disney's like Snow White, you know, that's in the Jungle Book. You know, when the dwarfs are dancing, same exact scene in Jungle Book when they're dancing.
Oh yeah.
And they have folded over many different films.
Oh yeah, I just saw a clip on this just last week.
Rendered
And it's
the
like
characters differently.
A dozen movies where the exact same dance routine's going on with different characters.
Yeah,
in
so I
different
call
Disney
it the
movies.
Disney effect. Okay, I just kind of made it up myself. And if you look at like anything nowadays, that's how everything is. Every fucking video game is made in the same exact platform almost, just rendered differently.
So ask yourself.
You know what I mean? So much of it.
Brainwashing, indoctrination, repetitive.
Yeah.
Is it that? Or is it just there's a certain series of things that people just get attracted to? I mean, and through capitalism.
Well, how much faster is it to
just going back to that
reproduce?
well to keep reusing that same thing to keep that audience.
Yeah. So.
Which is it?
It's wrong. It doesn't matter which one it is, okay? Don't be trying to confuse us over here. It's wrong.
I'm just asking questions. I can ask a question. There's nothing wrong going on here, right? Nothing is wrong.
It's definitely not a conspiracy theory.
No, not at all. There's no conspiracies.
Well, see?
Oh, it died.
Yeah, see, the government's onto us. trying to kill our telecommunications.
Oh man, my computer just died. What the heck?
They cut our
Telling
feed.
you.
Uh-oh.
Telling you, man.
Well, you know
cut
what?
the feed.
I'm just gonna kill it all right now, so I look better on camera. Look at this. All you need to look is this, you know.
Just a minute, sir.
Go ahead, sir.
It hurt.
I don't need your help. I don't need anybody's help. I'll be just fine.
Are you okay?
Yeah. I'm fine.
Fuck you, Shorzy. Alright, oh, don't start yawning.
Everybody,
we're
let's
down
yawn
the road.
together. Let's yawn in unison. Alrighty then.
Now,
There's nothing like a good yawn. You know that? Just a great,
you know what? And when I do that, I belt it out. Just my daughter the other day is like, oh, I love it when you do that, Dad. I thought that was freaking
like
hilarious.
an opera singer.
Yeah, I'll push it out.
Alrighty then.
I will do
that?
stuff like that.
Ace
Yeah.
Ventura.
They freaking love it.
He
It's awesome.
picked up on that.
So somewhere along the line, this microphone is tied in with the Chromebook, and I shut the Chromebook, and we lost audio. We lost some good conversation. I don't know where we stopped, but we'll have to pick it up here. We'll finish it up with our last round.
Just stay tuned for more podcasts to hear more.
Yeah, we'll have to come back to those subjects, man. So when I go back and I'll listen to the podcast, I'll write down kind of the script and stuff, and I'll find out where it dropped off. Man, we had some good stuff. I promise you guys.
We
I'll get
always
back to
have
that.
good stuff. Hey, it's us.
It's us, yeah, absolutely.
You know, what'd you expect? It's just us.
We're just fucking awesome. I mean, how else would we be?
That's our next T-shirt. Hey, it's us. We're fucking awesome.
There you go.
Yeah, I like
there you go. I like that. I like that one.
It's fucking awesome.
We're fucking awesome.
It's
That's right.
us.
Yo.
Blue moon.
Pint of Guinness.
It's the beer I live for. Do bow wow. Sorry, I thought it was 1957. My bad. All right, moving on.
Dan's doing his own doo-wop thing here.
Well, it is Danny the Juniors.
You know,
Hey, we're the juniors.
I do love like doo-wop music though. I think it's so entertaining. And
Yeah, definitely.
It's the choreograph,
it's so
and
cheesy,
the synchronization
so simple.
of it.
But yet the tones of the voices coming together.
Yeah,
Something to that.
Yeah.
Pretty amazing.
You know, music of the 50s was cheesy and simple and basic. It's so different than some of the hip hop.
I don't think it was cheesy, basic, and simple. It was just they had to work with what they had to work with at the time.
I was explaining
You know what I
this. I was explaining this to Freely. I was like, I kind of grew up just in an era when in the '80s when women were like, "Don't call me bitch. Don't call me this. Don't call me that." I mean, it's like women were like being empowered. They didn't want a man saying anything negative about them. Okay, I learned that. I'm like,
Different world today.
but almost immediately after that phase went through, rap comes in and it's like bitch, slut, hoe, this, that. I'm like, and girls like, oh, that's my song. I'm like, what?
Wait a minute.
Yeah,
I'm really confused.
I've seen girls get up and run to a dance floor in a restaurant like, oh, it's my song. It's WAP.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's where it's gone.
I mean, that's the best one yet. The WAP is the best one yet, dude. Let me tell you. Nicki Minaj.
Yeah.
And
Nicki
Cardi
Minaj and
B.
Cardi B and Three Stallion, Megan Three
Yeah.
Stallion. That's some fine lyrical content with those three.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
A female calling herself
Listen,
Italian.
listen. You guys
got no
can do whatever you
problem.
want, but menage a trois with my ass. Get happy, okay? They have a right to make WAP because they got to WAP. Okay?
Okay. Bartender, cut him off.
We need another one. Yeah. No, I don't know. I'm just.
But like I said, coming soon.
I'm just talking shit.
What was it? Check my gears or
Grind my gears.
Grind my gears.
You know what
with Johnny
grinds
Mac.
my gears?
When women don't
can do
have WAPs and they love to sing WAP. That's what grinds my gears.
Man. Boy,
No,
we had such a good conversation. I'm sure all happened when the mic dropped out, and then now here we are.
Here I had to bring up modern day hip hop. WAP was I thinking.
Good one.
Hold on. That just kind of came off the tip of my tongue.
WAP. There's another T-shirt idea. WAP was that thing.
I'm on a roll. What'd they say? Time to go solo.
Dan's gonna break off, go solo.
Do. I'm sorry. Okay,
So yeah, that's where
my
things go
ego.
wrong.
My ego.
I know we had some good stuff in there, though. We definitely did, but it is what it is.
You know what though? That goes with the theme of solving the world's problems and forgetting about them the next day.
Or
We
just
forgot
how we
about them
talked
already.
about-
It's not even the next day yet. We already forgot about them. I mean, what happened there?
Or what we were just talking about before, or in the deleted part, or the muted part, rather. Talking about like perception and how we perceive things. It's a technical difficulty, and it's going to happen in the future again, somewhere down the line.
The question
And it's
remains:
headed
should I roll the podcast with no audio to start? Maybe you can read our lips.
We'll leave it up to the audience to
You
think
decide,
of our
people.
conversation. Yeah. You add in your comments and say what we were thinking.
Yeah, please interact with us, right? I mean, yeah, the more we can, the more attention we can get on social media, the more the algorithm pushes you up. And-
Please comment on Pub Wisdom at Facebook.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we work on feedback. I'd love to hear feedback. I really do. I mean, constructive criticism, please. Yeah, if you want to say you suck, that offers.
Yeah,
nothing.
we'll talk Jason in the beginning on Instagram and Twitter page. So you can.
Yeah, I need to become more of a social media person.
That is what our podcast was originally
He's
started
still
off
stuck
as,
on.
venturing into
He's still
other
stuck on.
algorithms.
He's still stuck on spandex, heavy metal, leather wearing.
Yeah.
Mostly the spandex, though.
If I can get this freaking.
He wanted to emulate Diamond David Lee Ross so bad in 1985. He still wears the spandex and kickboxes. But hey,
Hey, I'm more
To
of a
each his
Sammy
own.
Hagar kind of guy.
Your dog is called Cabo.
That's right.
Every time I walk in, it's Cabo Wabo.
That's right.
I like Vince Neil. You know what I mean?
He's a little whiny.
He had the blonde hair.
Motley Crue. They definitely got the chicks back in the day, for sure.
Yeah, no, that was a huge problem. I couldn't watch The Dirt. I watched The Dirt, and I went on a 3-week bender of just partying nonstop, fucked my whole life up over watching a movie. It was crazy. That's how good that movie is, A Motley Crue.
How much cocaine did it inspire you to take?
I don't want to talk about that on camera.
Oh, okay.
I don't incriminate myself here.
That's right. You have a
But
regular
I
job.
definitely.
This is all
partied
satire.
like a rock
This doesn't mean anything. We're not real. It's not real.
He often goes on tangents. It's part of his charm.
Yeah, but seriously, if you ever get the chance to watch The Dirt, it's a good one. Nobody's cheersing me over here.
one-liners that are.
Nobody's fucking cheersing me over here.
You're the charm.
Everybody's cheersing. Everybody's cheering. I want to cheers too.
That's not real beer. He's drinking root beer. Cheater.
Jesus.
12 ounces at that. Mine are 16.
Is that Guinness, by the way?
This is Guinness.
I have a confession to make. I don't like Guinness, but I'll drink.
Not
I'll drink a
everyone
black.
does.
I can drink a black and tan,
You know what?
which is partial Guinness and partial Bass Ale. It's actually pretty good, but
Well,
I don't
in the
like-
traditional sense, yes. But I mean,
Black and Tan's Yingling.
Yeah, Yinling. Well, Yinling makes their own black and tan.
Yingling.
I brought that 12-pack home from Christmas time. Did we ever drink that?
That's what I'm drinking right now. Is
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm a little slow. I ride a little bus. I'm sorry.
I get thirsty once in a while. You know.
Well, it was
only
a Christmas gift to the crew.
It's only a 12-pack. What do you expect of me? Come on.
fucking 3-4 months since Christmas.
I worked hard to buy that in Wheeling, West Virginia, for crying out loud. Dang it.
It was so tasty. It really was. I can totally compliment you on that. Thank you so much. The pub thanks you, Dan.
Okay, well that was the purpose.
Shabab Shake Show.
I had wisdom enough to buy.
So yeah.
I didn't wisdom enough to partake.
Allegedly, Yingling's supposed to be starting to ship to Michigan in 2023,
We keep hearing
but
that.
I have not
Hey,
seen it.
Yinling, get on that. Come on, we need that in Michigan, man. That has been a very
Give
good
with the
beer.
program.
Yeah.
Why do you keep it from Michigan drinkers? Come on, there's no good reason for that. There really is.
Because we're just right around the corner from Lake Erie. You know, come on, you bend it a little bit.
All our toilet water flushes down to you. I mean, whoa.
Wait a minute.
Okay, Joy Lawrence. Whoa!
Oh, sucks.
Well. Where do we go from here? We covered so many good things. Man, this is the second time I've had technical difficulties, and this one I know was my fault because I
Fire the producer.
Thanks. The show folds immediately.
Oh my gosh.
Get that bozo out of here! Sorry.
Well, you know, I'm not trained professionally or anything. I've only done like video and radio kind of stuff on an amateur. What do they call it? Like a hobbyist kind of level. And I do want to start integrating some of the old stuff I did on 8mm camera. And
Boy.
yeah. Hopefully,
Did you guys make fun of me listening to records? I'm crying.
Well, I was just going to get into that about how, you know, not only with the podcast, but I want to get into making short skits. You know what I mean? I want us to start
we need to
venturing
do
over
that. I have fun with that stuff. It's
Yeah.
so much fun to do.
It is,
really
100%.
Yeah.
You know?
So we do have a bar top from a local establishment that was donated to us, and I need to configure that.
Chan's
into-
Bistro Bar. Come check us out.
Yeah,
Opening
Chad's
soon.
Bistro. I'll put the shirt on next time. Yeah, and Chad, thank you for the donation, man. But those corners and stuff at that bar are not normal corners, and I need to put top scientists on that to figure that friggin' shit out. Because
Trust the science.
But you know what though? If it's for some reason I'm an amateur woodworker, and if it's not like perfect corners and stuff, I just can't figure that shit out, and it's like it really baffles me. So I really need to figure it out. But it'd be nice to make a bar top type table, and so we can get a few more people around this.
Well, the problem is you cut it once and it's done. It better
Right.
be right.
Yeah,
That's
right.
the problem.
We
If you
need a
can make
nice-
a couple cuts and be like, oh, okay, well, okay, this
A nice
could
circle
be a
here,
different
we can
story.
fit 4 people around it, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah.
The idea was to maybe have like I could have 2 people on one side, 2 people on the other side, maybe and one in the middle. Maybe I could.
With this T-shirt that says "You look marvelous," you know. 'cause-
You look marvelous. I could mediate a little bit of a debate. You know, maybe I have 2 left wingers, 2 right wingers, 2 religious.
Nobody looks as marvelous as me. Okay, sorry.
2 right wingers, 2 left wingers.
You know,
That would go over well.
Political brawl! That's what we need to make a show. Like Celebrity Deathmatch, but it's
Red
just
versus
politicians. You know what I mean? Donald Trump just elbow dropping.
Obey your government. And one guy's got red, white, and blue painted on his face, you know, like Braveheart.
freedom.
Oh my God.
But yeah, so we're getting towards the end. So coming up soon, Johnny Pat's going to host a show. Grind my gears. I'm going to go solo because I
think that could actually be a really cool like short segment.
Short skits.
Now that you're living a little closer, we can have you over. We can start filming some stuff, man.
Definitely.
Let's find something that just bugs you.
Yeah.
Have you give off a little rant,
But that ain't hard.
like a little.
Yeah, that ain't fucking hard to do.
Oh yeah.
You know.
I'll find something that bugs you. I don't mind poking you with that.
What is that?
Twisting it.
What the hell is that?
You're just setting them off.
It's a tiny little knife. I stick it in you, and then I twist a little bit.
What kind of knife goes? What kind of knife does
It's a tiny
that?
switchblade.
Yeah, I hate when that happens. Yeah, like I take one of those meat thermometers, yeah, and I just stick in my ear. I take one of those ball peen hammers, yeah, I just start giving a whack at 2. Yeah, it hurts. I hate when that happens. So we were talking about You Look Marvelous. The same.
Old Billy Crystal and Christopher Guest. Yeah, I love that.
mid 80s.
That's really old SNL stuff. That was really good. Back when SNL actually was good.
Was
and had
funny
balls.
back in the 70s and 80s.
Yeah. I also remember when the Man Show and Jimmy Kimmel actually had
Chris
balls.
Farley was alive then, guys.
Yeah.
Chris Farley was
A lot of characters in SNL passed away much too early.
living in a van down by the river.
Yeah.
Nothing's the same when you're living by your hand down by the river.
I don't know that one, guys. I have to watch it.
You can Google anything.
No, for sure.
You can YouTube.
No, I do remember that one. With Chris Farley. I do.
Can you
I
imagine?
haven't seen
Could you
it in
imagine
so
a
long.
show like Saturday Night Live, which debuted in the mid '70s? How funny would it be if a lot of the characters didn't die? John Belushi.
Belushi was one of the best.
I mean, he died in 1980. Imagine the movies and shows that would have came out in the
John
last.
Belushi died in 1980? Damn.
2 years after they filmed Animal House, he was no longer with us.
Damn.
That movie is iconic.
Yeah, for sure.
Great movies.
I haven't watched the clips of the Animal House since this morning. They took the bar. They even took those stuff we didn't steal.
The bar, the whole fucking bar.
He tossed them a bottle. It's
Thanks.
it's obviously like Dr. Pepper root beer, but he
Fucking-
slams it. It's Jack Daniels bottle. Yeah.
Thanks. I needed that.
Oh my God.
One of my useless superpowers is actually quoting old comedy movies, and it's just, yeah, that's one of the things that Dan and I can riff on quite a bit. Yeah,
How does it feel to be independent, Lowenstein? How does it feel to be an asshole, Niedermeyer? What did he say? I gotta quote that movie all night long. I'm sorry.
great movies.
Yes, I am a juvenile from time to time. What can I say?
No, you know, that's sense of humor, man. God. So when you show up at a place and you're lit up from just good humor, that is something that's actually very attractive to everyone around you, right? You walk in and you're just happy, you're glowing, you're quoting stuff from some funny shit, and people are like, whether they know it or not, right? I mean, you know, it's just, man, that's hilarious. This guy's cool. This guy's funny. This guy's a good person to hang out with. And that is just good stuff, right? So that's one of the things I've told you in the past. Like, man, just get some good comedy movies in your head before you go out. And when you do that, man, it'll work. It really will work. I mean, you'll light the place up. People will love you. And it's just
You could
awesome.
just start firing up lines of airplane.
Oh,
Striker. You couldn't. I'm sorry. You couldn't do that today.
No.
You couldn't, the political incorrectness.
No.
They couldn't do that today.
No, man. I mean,
Looks like I took a long way to stiff and glue.
people that are really offended easily. It's like, man, just
There's snowflakes or everything.
hand them a copy of Blazing Saddles. Say, watch this. If your head explodes, problem solved. You know.
Give them Blazing Saddles. Give them Airplane. Give them Stripes. Give them Police Squad or Drebin or the Naked Gun movies.
Naked Gun movies. Yeah.
Yeah.
Those actually aren't like out there. They're just like funny, quippy things that are things are going on in the background, or just deadpan humor that most people won't even catch. If you're not even smart enough to catch that kind of humor, like, come on, I don't want to talk to you.
Some people don't have it.
I really don't. You're not my kind of person.
Yeah. Nice beaver. Thanks. I just had it stuffed.
And then she hands him an actual beaver.
Yeah, actual beaver out of the closet.
Oh my god.
If you don't know what we're talking about, you're just missing.
Over Macho Grande? No, I'm afraid I'll never
I'm
get
going to
over
give you some
Macho Grande.
homework. Matter of fact, I got some DVDs to give you. Do you have a DVD player?
No.
Fuck off, man.
No, never heard of it. We're going to have to get a movie night. Well, just the other night, I was talking to a couple of young ladies, and they didn't know what Pulp Fiction was. They didn't know what Airplane were. And we started rattling off movies from like the 80s and 90s, and finally...
Some people just don't watch movie stuff. And you can't like knock them for that.
Well, I had to remind someone else that some of these girls weren't alive in the 80s and 90s when some of the stuff came out.
Hey, you know what though? I mean,
They can't help
It's not
the
like the
fact
stuff doesn't.
They're born in the wrong decades, but what can you do?
I mean, most of the stuff that we associate with was before our time anyway. But it was reruns.
I wasn't born in the 60s, but I know what happened in the 60s. I know what movies were out. I know what songs were popular when artists broke through around on a global scale.
Yeah, most of the stuff I grew up watching was older than me, right? But it was just TV and reruns and stuff like that. So I associate more with an older generation because of that kind of stuff. But
We're cultured. I mean, I mean, I
if you
know.
want to call it that.
Well, I'd come home from school when you know what I mean, and Andy Griffith would be on. You know what I mean? So
I mean, that's black and white stuff. That's
I watched
way older than all.
Wait, what's the theme song again?
I can't remember, but it's a good one. You know, it's
whistling
definitely a
tune,
good
yeah,
one.
I mean, yeah.
It's definitely a whistling tune.
Yeah, that's kind of funny because there's things that I remember my dad would whistle a tune. I had no fucking idea what that was. I still don't know to this day what that was, but there's things I would kind of like either whistle or hum out, but it's way older than I am. And I work with kids that are much younger than me, like guys in their early 20s, mid 20s. They have no idea what I'm doing. And it's kind of funny. It's like,
Because you're old. You're old as dirt, man.
fuck you. God damn it, I'm the youngest one here. I mean, no.
No, you're middle of the pack there, dude.
You know, I'm old. I'm
Dan, you're older than Jason.
yeah.
Okay.
He doesn't look it, does he?
I am what they call a half-century-year-old, son.
But you know what though? He doesn't have kids either.
That I know about, unless there's that spring break thing.
Spring break. They weren't around to stress you out. That's my point, right? So even the dog and Cabo, he would at 3 years old, he got freaking white because of kids. Kids stress you out. If I have any advice to you people out there, don't have kids.
He's fucking lying. We need you to have kids. Okay? The world's already on a fucking brink of population collapse.
They do this.
And
Look
guess
at him.
what?
He's so much younger looking than I am.
You need to have kids.
I'm only 4.
He dyed his hair.
I'm this many.
Okay?
So we were looking
I'm not 5, I'm not 3, I'm 4 years old.
for your soul.
4 years old.
Jeffrey.
Definitely have kids.
Walk up to a young kid. How old are you, sweetie? And they'll be like,
4 years old.
no, they just put up 3 fingers.
That's right. I'm 4 years old.
Yeah,
Wow.
see? That's awesome.
Okay, well,
Hug.
one final cheers.
What? See you fuckers later?
Well, it sounds like we got a little bit. Well, we got a little left in our mugs, so.
Are we doing a beer chug right now? Are we doing an end of the podcast beer chug?
I don't know. Are we?
We just got called out, so I guess so.
I think so.
Okay,
Well-
3, 2, 1. Superpowers deactivate.
All right. I put mine down first. That means I win.
For the record, I had to chug a Guinness.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not no.
Fuck you guys.
It's not like drinking like natural light or.
No. That's like drinking a cake. That's thick.
Yeah.
Daddy is great.
But I.
Some chocolate cake. Here, I got a little more in here.
Now you know what though?
Oh,
He cheated us.
I forgot. I forget it. I forget it.
he's only 4 years old.
I'm not that strong of a swimmer.
So was that wisdom or was that ignorance? I think I don't know. You decide, people.
I truly.
I think he baited us.
Forgot.
I think he did that on purpose.
Like I gotta get out of here, Scoop. I would have got away with it if it wasn't for you meddling kids.
So we all know Scooby-Doo. I mean, that's old as dirt. But anyway,
you would hope.
thank you. Thanks for watching. If you're watching to this link of the podcast, and it might be a short one because of my goof. But no, man, this is great, man. We've got 10 in. We'll hopefully we'll do a lot more, and let's get some guests in here. There's a lot of subjects I want to touch upon, want to talk about, and I just want to let's talk about it. Let's
we're gonna work on some more bartenders and maybe get some bar restaurant owners to come in.
Owners too, right? Yeah, and we've got a lot of people in queue. It's just a matter of getting the coordination.
And then I've already discussed with a couple establishments about doing pub wisdom live on location.
Right. Yeah. We've talked to a few about that, and as we're gearing up with equipment, and we can maybe take this on the road and do some live podcasts
On the road again.
That would be pretty amazing, and that's what we're working up towards.
Just can't wait to get.
Don't be scared to
on
leave
the road
tips
again.
and comments about what we can do to expand.
Absolutely.
into the realm.
Yeah.
Okay,
What do you
to
want to hear
other
about?
realms.
Like, what do you want us to talk about?
Yeah.
Well, there's not many places I won't go.
I mean, because
yeah.
we are full of wisdom, being that we're part of the pub wisdom crew. So
Since we're old as shit. No.
Yeah, we're not modest here.
I'm older than that. I'm almost fossil fuel for crying out loud.
No, I mean, want to relay our wisdom, and we also want to learn from people too. So that's what this is about. And let's do it. Let's talk. Let's go. Let's take it on the road.
I got a nice roll here. I'm not OCD or anything. I just
Dan likes to display what he's drinking, right?
Why is my beer in the middle of all the way over here? I mean, it's empty.
It's empty.
brought to you by Blue Moon and Sam Adams.
But I do have the mug that never. The everlasting mug from the goddess.
Oh, chug.
Fuck. By Loki, what is going on here? All right, guys. That's good night, and
Well, until next time,
Salud.
we say Chulainn too.
salute. And now for a drop of wisdom.